Okay.
Yeah.
Now here's the big question.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, because you got to be ready for
Gotta
this
be
because
ready.
you know,
Right.
all right,
It's going to be a humdinger.
it's going to be a humdinger because when
Mhm.
people go to the closing table with you,
Yes.
there's two parties.
Yes.
There's a buyer's party and there's a seller party.
Yes.
The buyer goes, "When can I get my keys, Beth?"
Right now. I represent the buyer. You can have them right now.
Well, that's not exactly true, is it?
Why not?
Well, I mean,
it's not literally written in the contract, I think.
Right.
But you make a good point. Technically, the buyer does not own the property until the deed that says they're the owner is recorded at the Register of Deeds in the county where the property is located. So at that moment is when they technically can have the keys because they own the property.
right.
I really love it when the real estate agents talk about that ahead of time, though. So I don't have to deal with the angst at the closing table.
Right, because the deed has to be recorded. How long does it typically take to record a deed?
It depends. You know, if
Oh.
it's the last day of the month and it's a Friday, everybody's closing the last day of the month on a
Right.
Friday, the last Friday of the month.
Right.
So it's going to be, it could be longer. It could be a couple hours, could be 4 hours, could be 5 hours.
Right.
Yeah, but if it's a normal day,
Right.
in Wake County, they're fast. So
Right.
it's within a couple hours.
Okay, so
But there's a lot that has to happen after they sign papers. And so once my buyer comes in, they sign their fancy papers,
Right.
assuming there's a lender. Even if
Right.
there isn't a lender, we call them fancy papers.
Right.
They own the property. The seller signed this deed. Everything's ideal. There, the notary stamp's pretty.
Right.
There's no issues there. Then we can get it done within an hour or two. But if there's a lender involved, most of the time the lenders, they want to make sure they're committed to these people in this
Right,
property for 30 years.
Right.
They want to see that their borrower has actually signed these documents in front of me or somebody in my office, and I notarize and all that stuff. So they'll sign all these documents and away they go. And back I go with my handy dandy fancy papers, and we start scanning and sending to the lender. And this is where it's nice to have a local lender because, they're sitting there waiting to receive those documents so they can bless it and say, Beth, go record, as opposed to you send it and you upload it in a portal that is in California, or it's not in the same time zone, which can be stressful to wonder, are they up yet? Are they checking this? And you got to have all the money. So if the lender is sending their money timely, then we're good to go. Before I can record, I have to have a number of things. The number one thing I need is all the money. Our statute in North Carolina will not allow me to record without all the money.
So all the money has to be there.
All the money has to be there.